Officer Dave, would you open the courtroom, please?
The state of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge David S. Robinson Jr. presiding. Court is now in session. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Counsel, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Let's see if we can get your opponent here. We can get started.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello? Louise Collier? Mr. Begg, she doesn't appear to be there. We'll put her back in the waiting room, try it again.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, I think we have both sides here. This is file number 17101-970, medical bill resolutions versus Jamila Swain. Date and time for objection to garnishment. Your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Denise Baker, P53670, appearing on behalf of plaintiff.
And what is your name, ma'am?
It's Jamila Swain.
Why the moving party? What is the basis of your objection to garnishment?
Okay, first of all, I have no idea what I'm being garnished for. I called the lawyer's office. They just said it was something from 2011. I don't know exactly who it is or what it's from. And I also was covered by medical insurance in 2011 with the state. And it's very actually unaffordable. I can't really afford them taking that much money out of my check.
Do you have any other basis for your objection to garnishment?
Also, I don't even, I guess wherever they were sending it, I don't even live at that address. And those are the main reasons. I can't afford it. I have 3 kids, I have multiple sclerosis, and I just started that job. And to start taking that out my check for a reason I have no idea, and I believe I was covered during that time. My daughter was 2011, she had to be 2 years old. She's 13 now. So it came out of the blue, and I have no idea. They couldn't explain what it was. My payroll department couldn't explain what it was. And I'm just not understanding why I'm having a garnishment.
Let me have your response.
Thank you, Your Honor. An objection to garnishment is specifically covered under the court rules under 3.101K1. An objection may not be used to challenge the validity of the underlying judgment. And even if we were to look at that, Your Honor, the defendant was personally served on February 15th of 2017. The judgment against her was entered on May 16th, 2017, and the defendant would have had an opportunity to respond at that time. It's our position that there's no valid objection to garnishment raised.
Is there anything else you want to say, Ms. Swain?
Yes, that's definitely untrue. I was never personally served with anything. This went straight to my employer.
All right, I'm prepared to rule. Thank you both. First of all, you are confusing something that counsel said. You were personally served with summons and complaint on February 15th, 2017. When you failed to respond, a default judgment was issued against you in May of 2017. In regard to the writ of garnishment, you are correct. You were not served. That is not the way writs of garnishment work. Once a person or a company or an entity has a valid judgment against you, they can file a writ of garnishment. They don't serve you. They serve the person, the bank, employer, credit union that they believe has money that belongs to you. That person, bank or credit union, is called the garnishee defendant. The garnishee defendant has two obligations. They file a written disclosure that says, yes, I have money that belongs to Ms. Swain, or no, I do not. If they have money that belongs to you, it is their obligation both to forward that portion of that money to the plaintiff and to advise you. If this is your employer, it is your employer's obligation to tell you that you are being garnished, not the obligation of the plaintiff. You may not, under Michigan Court Rule 3.101K, use the objection to garnishment, which is the only matter before the court today, to claim there's something wrong with the underlying judgment. Having failed to state a valid objection to garnishment, your objection to garnishment must be denied. You, of course, have an absolute right to appeal my decision. That appeal must be perfected within 21 days of today in the Wayne County Circuit Court. We'll send you both an order. Thank you both for coming in. We are off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is getting us nowhere. Hello?
Hello,
Who is this?
this is Louise Collier. I have an appointment with Judge Robinson this morning.
All right, I tried to let you in earlier. You didn't come in.
My computer turned off again. I'm having problems with my computer again.
All right, let's see if we can't get the other side in and get started.
Okay.
We are on the record calling 16104-298 Midland Funding versus Louise Collier. Date and time for objection to garnishment. Your appearances.
J. Latif Beg, BAIG, P36820, appearing on behalf of plaintiff and the attorney of record. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. What is your name, ma'am?
My name is Louise Collier.
You are the moving party. What is the basis of your objection to garnishment?
Okay, the problem that I have with the objection to the garnishment is these attorneys. I've been kind of doing a little research myself, and I'm finding that these people are like this Najar person. On the paperwork, it says the address is basically Mike Morrissey Law Firm. Okay, there is a woman with a name similar to that one, but when it says 311, there is no suite 311 in the building. This person doesn't even work for them. Okay, another person, this Elizabeth Smith person, the address is, if you follow her, you get 248005 Van Dyke. Okay, you follow it, it's an empty building. She uses a post office box. This S.C. Pettaway person, if you follow her, you get the Stewart School of Business, and hers is a United States Post Office box. So it's like, who are these people? I was just hoping maybe someone of them would come in today so I might be able to find out who these people are.
Ma'am, do you have any other basis for your objection to garnishment other than you don't know who the plaintiff's lawyers are?
No, I don't have any other objections other than the fact that I'm a poor person and I feel that it's a little bit out of date. I mean, how these people take up these cases for like, for $4 or $5, and they try to get you for $800. I mean,
Right.
Capital One, they're no longer interested in the case. I have an application right now for another credit card at Capital One.
All right. Is there anything else you want to tell the court, ma'am, in support of your objection to garnishment?
And I spoke to the people who are on this forum today, and there was basically the person that I'm speaking to, this Indian person, says that I owe Capital One money, and I owe Capital One nothing. That case has been closed.
All right. Let me hear from Mr. Begg.
Your Honor, she's got to comply with MCR 3.101 K1. Nothing that I've heard meets a valid objection under that court rule. Therefore, the objection should be denied and funds released to plaintiff or counsel.
All right. The court's prepared to rule in this matter. Ma'am, I think the first thing you need to understand is that Midland Funding is probably is not the original creditor. They bought your debt from someone else. In this case, you were personally served with summons and complaint back on March 29th of 2016. When you failed to file and respond and answer, a judgment by default was entered against you on October 31st, 2016. You have failed to state a valid objection to garnishment. Having failed to state a valid objection to garnishment, your objection to garnishment must be denied. You have, ma'am, an absolute right to appeal my decision. That appeal must be perfected within 21 days of today in the Wayne County Circuit Court. The court will send out to both of you an order denying the objection to garnishment. Ma'am, what did you want to say?
Okay, what I was getting ready to say is, okay, if I filed another case, money has already been sent to Midland Management. I received a paperwork the other day, and you received the same paperwork asking for this not to be changed, but the money is already gone to this company. So why am I still getting paperwork from them?
Ma'am, how much do you claim you have paid on this judgment?
I have paid $326.
Given the fact that the judgment, which was entered back in 2016, which is going on 6 years now, was for more than $800, you have clearly not failed to satisfy the judgment. You have failed again,
Okay.
to state a valid, excuse me, don't interrupt me again, please. You failed to state a valid objection to garnishment. You cannot use the objection to garnishment, ma'am, as a means of attacking the underlying judgment. The court will therefore deny your objection to garnishment. You have an absolute right to appeal my decision. That appeal will be perfected within 21 days of today in the Wayne County Circuit Court. The court will send out to both of you an order denying the objection to garnishment. Thank you both for coming in. We are off the record.
Thank you.
I'm Dave Ryder. Lives are full of the unexpected, but once in a while, you find a sure thing to come your way. Like this. We'll be here for you, and you're there for us with your membership. Get from 10 to $20 a month, go straight to the classic room jazz music. Call 866-909-9725. Don't let down. This is Dave Schwab. Every night at 7, we do jazz. Springs and Detroit is a great jazz town. Jazz radio. RCJ all night long. Voice, that's jazz. It's on WRCJ. Video smart speaker, swing. 90.1 RCJ Detroit. Guys for jazz and hits jazz. Jazz group, other stuff. And thanks Dave Wagner. Support for that. Free. Keeps excellent music here. 14 hours of content. 17 years strong. Thanks very much to your support. You've been so generous this year. Take the gift right now. It's next, the last day. This year, the 10th to March. 6-6-09. Make that quick donate. Year-old Mozart up next.
Hello?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you and I can see you. We
All
are on
right.
the record calling 19142-203 LVNV funding versus Nicole Dooley. Date and time for objection to garnishment. What is your name, ma'am?
Nicole Dooley.
You are the moving party. What is the basis of your objection to garnishment?
Because they have my car. They had it since before COVID. I took it to their auto parts. They said they were going to fix it. They never found a part for my car. And I just never got my car back from them. And then COVID hit. So I was very shocked. And I know I only had about 1 or 2 payments. I was very shocked to see that they were suing me. And I can't even talk to the guy I bought it from because I'm assuming he passed away. Because when I go up there, he isn't there. And I've done business with him plenty of times and got plenty of cars and never had this happen to me. And I was just like, okay, if I pay the money, are they going to give me my car back? I don't understand.
Well, ma'am, let me tell you what the Register of Action says. You were served with summons and complaint on February 14th, 2019, at the same address, ma'am, that you use on your pleading today. Judgment by default was entered against you on April 30th, 2019. You may not use the objection to garnishment form as a means of challenging the underlying judgment. Michigan Court Rule 3.101K is quite explicit here. You may not use the objection to garnishment to say there's something wrong with the underlying judgment. Having failed to state an objection to garnishment, the objection to garnishment must be denied. You, of course, ma'am, have an absolute right to appeal my decision. That appeal must be perfected within 21 days of today in the Wayne County Circuit Court. The court notes for the record, counsel for plaintiff has failed to appear. We will send you out an order denying your objection to garnishment, ma'am. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Hello.
Morning. We are on the record calling file 16116-236, Modern Financial Services versus Janisha Boykin Sims. This is the date and time for objection to garnishment. What is your name, ma'am?
Janisha Boykin Sims.
You are the moving party, ma'am. What is the basis of your objection to garnishment?
My name was fraudulently written on this vehicle that is in my name.
Do
I don't.
you have any other basis of your objection to garnishment?
Is I really don't know. I never really been through this. I just found out that I got a garnishment on a vehicle that I have no parts or no say so on purchasing.
Well, ma'am, the problem that you have is that Michigan Court Rule 3.101K, which governs objection to garnishment, specifically provides you cannot use the objection to garnishment as a means of challenging the validity of the underlying judgment. In this case, the Register of Action indicates that you were personally, served by alternate service, which was first-class mailing, certified mailing, and posting on your residence, and that you failed to respond to that, and a judgment by default was entered against you back in January of 2017. Since that time, you have had a series of income tax garnishments. You've had periodic garnishments issued as well.
And
And
I didn't know what was none of them was. I never looked into it. I'm a truck driver, so I've been on the road for 5 years. I never really got no mail. I didn't have a stable home to get mail. I didn't have none of that.
ma'am, I can't allow you to use the objection to garnishment to do something you can't do. You can't use this to challenge to say something wrong with the underlying judgment. Having failed to state a valid objection to garnishment, that objection has to be denied. Ma'am, you have an absolute right to appeal my decision. That appeal must be perfected within 21 days of today in the Wayne County Circuit Court. I note for the record, counsel for the plaintiff failed to appear. We'll send you out an order, ma'am. Thank you for coming in.
So what do that mean?
It means I'm ruling against you, but you have an absolute right to appeal my decision. You have
So
to your appeal, excuse me. If you want to know, I'll be happy to tell you, but I'm not going to talk over you. You're not going to
Right.
talk over me.
I'm sorry.
You have 21 days to perfect your appeal in the Wayne County Circuit Court. Thank you, ma'am, for coming in. You're off the record.
Solar panel. Sunday morning. Like to make it so. Whether that. Birthday composer Bernard Herrmann.
Ms. Winslow?
Good morning, Your Honor.
This is 22-183-114 Ford Motor Credit versus Dolores Adams. Your appearance.
Deborah Winslow, P63179, on behalf of the plaintiff.
Okay, when we were last together on this file on June the 1st, you folks apparently had a settlement.
We did,
Payment was to be made by June 25th.
and it was.
Paid?
And Your Honor, if I may, Ms. Adams did mail in the payment or brought in the payment as agreed to, and we have sent in a dismissal on the 22nd, I think, 23rd of June, and it doesn't appear that the court received it yet. So I don't know if I can email that over, or
If you've already sent it, it's okay.
it's on the way. So I just, so you know, it looks like we mailed it.
Prejudice?
Yes.
Okay, then what I'll do is I'll simply enter a dismissal without prejudice. And when your paperwork catches up to the file, we'll enter that for you.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Your Honor, but it was, as indicated, it was a dismissal with prejudice, so
Okay. And so
the
you
court should
guys-
get that momentarily.
Guys got everything worked out. That's good.
We did, I know,
All right.
so we'll let her know.
Nice to have that happen.
It is.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Have a great
Appreciate you
day.
coming in. Enjoy your
Yep,
day.
thanks. Bye-bye.
Off the record. Bye-bye.
Composer Bernard fast, fast. He was born on this date in 1911. Back to he really rose to fame. Another director who composed for Ray Harryhausen, science fiction film. Also his birthday. Also wrote the title. That final film. Coast to coast on WRCJF. The days of jazzy nights are yours anywhere, anytime. Just take along the WRCJF. It's free at the App Store or Google Play.
I'm Candace Lara Downs. Whenever I'm not traveling around the country, I'm wondering my mother. It's my favorite radio station, WRCJFM H21 Detroit.
People music who work through the Wednesday edition of the show. Other concert hall and film composed stuff. Becker Portland forecast. Right to it. Also, second
Hello?
Hello,
Who are you?
this is Dolores Adams.
Ma'am, your case is done, isn't it?
The judge told me to check back with him today at 11 o'clock.
What is your name? Oh,
Dolores Adams,
yeah, Ms. Adams, the
yes.
the plaintiff's lawyer came on, told us that you guys have already settled and that you made your payment, so you're all set.
Okay, this the judge, Robertson issue.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you so much.
yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
And you too, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Hello?
Hello. How are
Yeah,
you today?
okay. Good morning. This is the Thelmetris Black versus Roderick Carter. And who are you, ma'am?
I'm Sonia Carter.
You're not a party to litigation. Roderick Carter is. Where's Roderick Carter?
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Carter, I got a fax indicating yesterday indicating that the plaintiff was going surgery, has a surgery today. In somewhere in Fort Myers, Florida. So I'm going to have to adjourn this matter because obviously she's having surgery. That's a legitimate matter reason to adjourn. Let me give you guys another date and I'll send out an order for both of you today. How about August 24th? Does that work for you?
Yeah, any day you say.
I'm sorry, I want July. I'm a month ahead of myself. I'm sorry. I meant July 27th. Does that work for you, sir? Okay, I'll send out an order today. It will be July 27th at 11 o'clock. Okay? Thank you. Appreciate you coming in.
Yes.
Yes,
I got a question for you.
sir.
They agreed to settle this matter. And she sent her the money and then she sent the money back and she gave it to you in text.
I'm sorry.
You sent them into a conference room,
You settled the case?
settled. She agreed to settle for the money that she sent her, and then she sent the money back and said no.
Okay, we'll talk about the next time. I can't do it with only one party here.
Oh, yeah.
One party here.
Yeah, you have all the evidence.
All that.
I don't have any evidence of a settlement, a written
No.
settlement. In order for a settlement to be enforceable, it has to be one of two things. It either has to be on the record in open court, agreed to by both parties, or it has to be a written agreement signed by both parties. And I don't have one of those things.
Okay. I missed that class. Yeah. Thank you.
July 27th at 11 o'clock. Thanks for coming in.
All right.
Let's be safe.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.